Let's figure out what the heck your phone charger is doing.
Hi, my name's Jim Janessi. I'm here to give you a little bit of help on a device that's near and dear to your heart, your telephone, and charging it and figuring out just how fast you might expect to have it charge, whether your charger's working right or not, whether the cable's good or not. I'm going to show you how to use this little device that's on here that you can buy very cheaply. This little thing that's reading out in red letters.
It's a digital volt ammeter.
It's a shame that it's missing on chargers. It tells you how much the charger is putting out in terms of electricity and how fast you can expect your phone to charge. So I'm going to show you in just a second the effect of the connections like this connection and this connection here. Just wiggling this a little bit changes how good that connection is and could have a drastic difference on how fast your phone is going to charge. You may be thinking your charger's bad. You may be thinking the phone cord is bad. Maybe it's neither one. This little device can show you what's actually happening and save you a lot of grief.
Let's see, I'm charging my phone here. It's hooked up to this cable, and there's the charger, but whoa, wait a minute, what's that little guy sitting there? And what's it telling me? Well, it turns out the connection that you make to your phone through the charging cable, the connector at the charger, the connector at the phone, the nature of the wire itself, all that has a great bearing on how fast your phone is going to charge. You may think your charger is bad when actually it's just a poor connection somewhere. What you see here is a tiny little device that's actually a digital meter. Okay, now what's it telling me? Right now it's saying 5.09 volts. Now it's saying 0.9597 amps. Volts is a measure of electrical pressure. All of these devices are designed to work on 5 volts. Volts equals electrical pressure. Phones and chargers are designed to work with 5 volts. This is very benign, similar to what a few flashlight batteries produce. House current, on the other hand, is typically 115 or 230 volts, and that's dangerous. Your phone charger reduces your house voltage down to the safe level of 5 volts. Amps, on the other hand, is the quantity of electrons that are actually being passed through that wire. Now, 0.96, as you saw here, that's pretty good. That's almost 1 amp. Many chargers are just rated at 1 amp. However, I've discovered that you can be drawing much less in the way of amperage thinking that your phone is charging when actually it's going to charge very slowly. Amperes equals the quantity of electricity, and it's named after a French scientist who did a lot of early work with electricity and discovered its characteristics. Most phone chargers are rated at 1 to 1.5 amps. The more current that's delivered to a phone being charged, the faster it will charge. The reading here is 0.18 amps. That's low. Current equals the quantity of electricity. A bad connection between the charger and the phone can reduce the amount of current. Worn plugs and sockets of charger, cable, and phone can cause this. This is why gently moving the plugs in their sockets can help. It can help create a better connection, allowing more current to flow. Now, if you charge your phone overnight, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be hooked up for hours. But if you're looking for a fast charge, you're not going to get it if the amperage is down dribbling around 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 amps. So what's missing? This little device. You really need a device just like this. And here I'll bring it into better focus. This particular kind of device shows you both amps and volts. It goes between them in about a 10-second interval. This little device might cost you $3 on eBay. It tells you voltage, and then after a short amount of time, it'll read the amperage to you. 0.95 is pretty good. If I jiggle this cable a bit, and I'm going to do that now, but it's also going to jiggle the camera. I just jiggle the cable. Let's see what that does to the amperage. Now it was 0.86. Now I'm going to jiggle a little bit more. Now it goes back up, 0.78. You might have had some inkling that jiggling the cable a little bit in the socket or whatever might have had some effect on the charging rate of your phone, but without a meter like this, you really don't know. Now, see, I just pulled it out by accident, of course, and it went down to 0. The voltage is still reading But now I'm going to put it back in and let's see what happens. Okay, 0 amps. I just plugged it in a little bit. Oh, now it's 1.02. I got a better connection yet. 0.99. I'm going to pull it out a little bit, jiggle it a little bit more. It's still in, but let's just see what it's reading now. 0.99, 1.08, 0.9. So some of this variation may be the circuit in the phone drawing a different amount of amperage. But if you experiment with a meter like this, you'll find that it's not your charger. It's probably not the cable. It's just the fact that these USB sockets, they're very tiny, and sometimes the connections don't quite make it. There's a little resistance there. And so what you find is that the phone will charge more slowly, but a little device like this will give you a much better idea of what's happening with the charging of your phone and how rapidly you might expect to have it charge. So I would suggest you take a look at the comments on this video, and I've given you some hints there, some links as to places where you might buy one of these on eBay.
Just do this kind of search.
Here I'm just jiggling the cord again, and you're going to see that probably changed from what it had before to something, see, a little bit lower, 0.81. It's bouncing around based on just the way that thing is making a connection. So try it out. I would suggest this might solve a lot of problems for you, at least give you a much better idea of what's happening when you charge your phone.
The meter at the left is what I've shown you. The one at the right is similar, but even more convenient. Let's see why. This kind of digital meter shows you both volts in blue and amps in red at the same time. You don't have to wait for alternating readings. Both kinds of digital meters just plug into your existing phone charger, and then you plug the charging cable into the meter. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that it helps you solve problems you may have had in getting your phone or other similar device to charge as quickly as you'd like. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos like this. My name is Jim Janessi, Sr., and here's my email address in case you have questions or problems.